Good morning. Past couple of days we've had a lot of winds move through the area, so I have a bunch of trees that has fallen down back here, old trees, they were dead trees, and I need the firewood. So this morning we're going to gather some stuff up and go back and cut us some firewood. I'll show you an idea I have about making a, it's going to be like a sawhorse, but I'm going to make it out of some cedar, just some small diameter cedar posts. And something we can leave back there for cutting those smaller trees. You're continuously bending over, and you don't want to run the risk of getting your saw down into the dirt or anything like that, dulling the chain. So I've got an idea, and I think it'll work. And also, while we're back there, we're going to split us up some kindling for the wood stove. We went from 70-degree weather down to 40-degree weather, and then yesterday morning it was snowing here. As well as overnight, we've dropped down to 12 degrees. So it's cold out there this morning. But still some things we have to get done. So the weapon of choice for the kindling is going to be this nice east wing hatchet. And I gotta say that you can sharpen this thing up and shave with it. You all know that. Anybody choosing an east wing, it's a well-made tool. But show you a couple different things I do for when I'm making kindling. And it's going to work out real good because as we're back there cutting firewood, we'll leave one of those pieces a little bit taller for us so we can use it as a anvil of sorts and bust our kindling up, and again, not have to overwork ourselves as far as bending over and different things like that. Okay? So it's a never-ending job here as far as picking up limbs, sticks, trees. I mean, it really is, it keeps me busy, and I'm grateful for it. I'm glad to have something to do. And as well, again, we're just going to add to the burn pile down there. And the conditions is just about right, and we've got it just about the right size. Like I said, I am going to set a camera up, and we're going to light that thing on fire and let it burn for however long it burns, and get some night footage with this camera and see how that's going to look. I think everybody will enjoy it. Okay, let's get on with the video. Two pieces. This is about, I don't know, 3 inches in diameter at 30 inches in length. What we're going to do is lay these down, and I want just enough V up here to hold the log when I set it up on there. It don't have to be real big, just as long as it acts as a chalk on both sides of it. What I've done there, guys, is I used the back of the trailer here as a straight edge to get our angles lined up. I think it's going to work pretty good. All right, that should be more than enough. That's going to work out really nice. Brings the little tree right up to perfect working height. We got 6 screws and a little bit of time invested in it, so free of charge. It can be any type of wood you want to use. Hickory, oak, whatever. I mean, just notch it in there and that'll hold a pretty good size log, I would think. All right, we got a remedy for that. I think our little bracket's going to work out fine there, guys. A little sawhorse, whatever we want to call it. Go ahead and throw this little bit of junk off of here while we're here, guys. Like I said, guys, we're going to probably another 2 or 3 loads of stuff put on here. Watch the space because I'm going to light this up and we're going to sit and let it burn at nighttime. We'll see how good that looks on the camera and sit back and have a hot cup of coffee and enjoy the holidays. Now, as far as kindling goes, guys, I always try to leave me a stump setting out someplace. And what I have here is, this is aged cedar. It's going to last quite a while, but we're going to make some kindling out of this. Now, first of all, that's too big to be trying to split with our hatchet. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the splitting maul and bust that into smaller pieces for myself. That'll make it easier. And I'm pretty sure all you guys know how to make kindling, but I got something I want to show you. Let's get us a couple small pieces here. We can get it to bust. Set it up here. Now, I try to get it slabbed off to where it's about a 2-inch block. And then as far as our hatchet goes, I'll put the sheath up because I know I'll forget that. Because these axes can be extremely sharp, what I do is just cut me off a little bit bigger blank of wood. I can use this as a hammer and not do any damage to my tool. Drive that right down through there. And I'm not trying to fiddle with this and hold this hatchet where my fingers is down here in the way too. Just that easy. And you can bust this stuff up as small as you want it. So I'm just showing you an example of how to use a, a tree-made hammer. All right. And again, I'm not gonna make you suffer through me busting up a bunch of that stuff, but I did want to show you that in case you haven't thought of it, or maybe somebody hadn't showed you. Now having a stump like this, because that makes this solid, this just makes this work easy. There's our bucket of kindling. I'm going to set this inside the barn down there, and that way it really dries out good. And like I said, this time of year, I might not have to start a fire tomorrow until we get settled into a good cold pattern. I like having this stuff on hand so I can use it. All right. As you can see, again, if you have to hammer on these, find yourself a nice heavy piece of wood. That way you're saving your tool. Paid a lot of money for that, you want to keep it. Like I said, that was a pretty good windstorm we had come down. I had all this cleaned up, but that's a never-ending process. I pick up sticks here all year long, keep this off the golf course back here and all that stuff. This one has fallen right down across the trail. So we're gonna... Now, as far as our Sawhorse there, those were all three at 30 inches in length. Lay it out however you choose to. Make sure the sun's not getting you to where you can see it. And that's going to work well. And again, I keep a firewood pile back here, so I'm just going to lay that on the firewood pile, and when I come back here and start cutting up more firewood, it'll be handy for me. And again, simple and didn't cost but about 75 cents in screws. Perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to finish cutting this thing up. I hope this has been helpful for you. I really do appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, naturally like and subscribe for us, please. And we'll get this cleaned up and get ready for the next project. See you on the next video.